Hello and welcome to Money Girl's Quick and Dirty Tips for a Richer Life. Today's topic, diversifying into other currencies. A listener named Dave emailed me with this question. How is the US dollar valued on the international market? Why does the value fluctuate? And, more importantly, why is the US dollar now in a free fall? I'm a US citizen living in New Zealand. I often transfer funds from the States to New Zealand. With the value of the dollar falling, which is correlated to the New Zealand dollar's rise, I experience a monetary disadvantage with each transfer. Thanks for the questions, Dave. The US dollar is falling, and it's especially noticeable to US citizens traveling or living outside of the United States. Measured against a trade-weighted basket of other currencies, the dollar has lost a quarter of its value since 2002, and 6% since August. When the dollar falls relative to other currencies, the prices of imports in the US go up, and the prices of US exports go down, creating more demand for US goods that are sold overseas. A weak US dollar means that your money doesn't buy you as much when you're traveling or living abroad and converting US dollars to other currencies. A friend of mine from Ohio who's living in Oxford, England, recently emailed me to say how much more she would be enjoying life there if things weren't so much more expensive than what she's used to. A weak US dollar can mean paying $5 for a coffee in Paris or $100 for a dinner for two in Auckland. Ouch! For the most part, currencies aren't fixed but fluctuate or float relative to one another. This has been the case since 1971 when President Nixon ended the gold standard for the dollar. From 1944 to 1971, the Bretton Woods Agreement was in effect, which fixed the US dollar to gold and other nations' currencies to the dollar. The US dollar has been going down for a number of different reasons. One key reason is that the Federal Reserve has been printing more money and expanding the money supply, which dilutes the value of existing dollars. So how can you protect your savings from eroding because of a declining dollar? There are several things you can do. One thing you can consider doing is putting a portion of your savings into a foreign currency that's stronger than the dollar. By diversifying into other currencies, you can reduce your risk and exposure to a declining dollar. If you convert a portion of your savings from US dollars to, say, euros, and the dollar declines relative to euros, you come out ahead. But diversifying your savings into other currencies isn't without risks. If you put a portion of your savings into euros and the US dollar were to go up relative to the euro, you'd lose money when converting your savings back into US dollars. Also, keep in mind that other currencies are fiat currencies like the dollar and can lose value over time as their central banks print more money. Nonetheless, diversifying a portion of your savings into other currencies can be a way to reduce overall risk. A US-based bank that lets you keep your savings in the currency or currencies of your choice is Everbank. This bank offers money market accounts as well as certificates of deposit denominated in other currencies. You can find a link to Everbank at the end of the transcript for this episode at quickanddirtytips.com. There are many other ways to hedge against a falling dollar. To learn about one other strategy, check out episode 46 about how to invest in gold. Since the topic of today's episode is the falling dollar and diversifying into other currencies, I'm giving away a copy of The Demise of the Dollar by Addison Wiggin. Today's winner is J.K. Congratulations, Jay! And if you're wondering how to enter into the book giveaway, all you need to do is send me an email. If you've emailed me, you're automatically entered. Oh, and hey, there's a new Quick and Dirty Tips podcast called The Get It Done Guy. It's full of tips on how to be more productive. So check it out and find out how to work less and do more. Cha-ching, that's all for now, courtesy of Money Girl, your guide to a richer life. As always, everyone's situation is different, so be sure to consult a tax or financial advisor before making important financial decisions. This podcast is for educational purposes only and is not intended to be a substitute for seeking personalized professional advice. If you have a question or comment, email it to money@qdnow.com or call it into my voicemail line, 8776-RICHER. Lastly, a big thank you to everyone who's posted a review at iTunes. Thanks for listening.